Hey everybody, Chris here. So there's nothing stopping Dogecoin. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. We did have a big run a week ago in the Dogecoin price. It got into overbought conditions, started to pull back, and then out of the blue, there was some old Bitcoin whales who started selling Bitcoin on the open market, which pulled Bitcoin down. So that brought Doge down as well. But from here going forward, now there's nothing stopping Doge. We'll get into it. Let me show you the charts on the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, 23.6 cents. We've got a little bit of a resistance line here at 24 after what we saw was a triple bottom here down at 22.2. This was my price prediction from Thursday's live stream, where I was predicting up and down, just kind of sideways. We had this big wedge, and people were predicting like a big breakout from the wedge, and I was like, not so fast. We think it's gonna kind of bleed out sideways. It just fell about a penny below where I thought it would be, but it's recovered nicely and now back in this range. As we zoom out on Dogecoin, we do see the big run that Dogecoin went on earlier. So that got into overbought, started pulling back, and then we had this big Bitcoin drop with a couple big whales selling. We had one back here, and then we had this one here. OG whale, old wallet, selling Bitcoin, taking their profits after all these years. I get it. Maybe they could find a way to do their selling OTC and not on the open market, not dump it so much. So we had that, right? So, but overall, as I said yesterday, right, if Dogecoin had just started the month of July and just sort of slowly came up to this level, instead of jumping all the way up to 28 cents and then coming back, because everyone's like, oh, Doge sucks, look at this big pullback here, right? That's what we heard. And it's just like, if it had just come up to this level, slow and steady, everybody would be celebrating Doge, and instead people are down on it. But that's how Dogecoin trades. It's more volatile. It is still a meme coin. So it's going to have wild swings up and wild swings down. But overall, we look at the month to date, and it's up 43% in the month of July, which is more than any other month of July in Dogecoin's history. In 2020, it was up 39%. This is 43%. The all-time best July in Dogecoin's history, and yet people are still down on Dogecoin? You got to know what you're buying. So that's where we start. Where's Dogecoin going to go from here? That was all about. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin weekly structure, retest of the inverse head and shoulders neckline before the potential continuation, which Titan of Crypto is showing up to $144,000, but that's only till September, of which we think 200,000 by the time we get to November for Bitcoin. So for those that are into these market structures and shapes like this, that makes sense. That makes sense. Again, I'm not seeing a retest down to 112K, though. I think we're just going to kind of loop up from here, is my guess. And Dogecoin, Trader Allen's looking at this fib line, the 0.618 here, and that is that 22.2 line right there, of which we hit it 3 times, bounced off that line. Now, of course, when you look back, you can make those fib lines just about be whatever you want, right? You pick that point, you pick that point. Okay, I get it. But nobody was saying this before this pullback happened, that was going to happen. So, but that's how those lines go, and I get it. Dogecoin's prediction from here, can Doge rebound toward 26 cents after that key bounce? Well, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at, right? Now stabilizing key support level 22.5. Again, we had those dips to 22.2 3 times. Bullish hammer candle, potential reversal. Doge currently testing resistance at 23.7, which is where Dogecoin is right now. So we want to, again, watch that support again if there's any more pullbacks on the weekend, and resistance up at 24.9. And then from the broader market slowdown that we had over the past few days, Doge's technical indicators are showing a positive sign, possible retest up to 26 cents. So we could be seeing that by Monday if we have that good trading over the weekend. And you can look at all their fib lines too that they've got. They've got a 0.618 as well on their structure that's a little bit higher than Trader Allen's. Theirs is at like 22.5, where Allen's was 22.2. But you get the picture. It's within that range. And so that is looking at strong support from a technical analysis point of view if you are into those kinds of things. Dogecoin price celebrates a huge win, targeting further rise, according to our friend Ali. Yes, Ali Martinez. Now, he's got this Glassnode thing, and he's showing like no resistance until we get out here up to 36 cents. But the thing is, he showed this chart or something very similar to it when Doge was running up to 28 cents. And what did Doge instead do? It pulled back to 23, 22 cents, not running straight up to 36. So take this for what it is. It just means a bunch of people own Doge at that level is really what this chart means. This UTXO realized price distribution, that's just people just bought a bunch of Doge at that level because Doge was trading around that level for quite a while here at the beginning of the year after the run up to 42, 48 cents. So that's where there's a lot of holders of Doge. Does that make that is a resistance line? Are there other resistance lines? I will be watching that next week. Hopefully we got Doge going back up. But again, Doge is already up over 40% in the month of July, and we still have 5 days left. So we'll get through the weekend, and then we'll see how Doge goes next week. Dogecoin drifts in narrow range, hints a potential upswing. So this is what I said, right? We're not going to just totally bounce off of 22 cents, right? We're going to just kind of be going sideways in this range with this potential upswing coming. And that's what I was predicting, was we will get there to that next upswing, but not so fast. We're cooling off again from what is still turning out to be a great July of trading. And one analyst says there's nothing stopping Dogecoin from hitting $2 this year. Some are predicting $1.50, some $1. I mean, just, of course, all over the place. But we do have Dogecoin, one of the top players in the meme coin market. It's actually the only meme coin. All those others are just tokens like we talk about. Recent performance, no exception. Dogecoin price hovering around 23.5 cents, surging by 9% from last week's slump. Furthermore, analysts like SetupsFX have given a bullish Dogecoin price prediction. Analysts believe that the Dogecoin price will likely hit $2 by the end of the year. What are the reasons for that? Doge OS, we've been following this, the evolution of Doge OS, waiting for it to come out now and like totally rule the world with Dogecoin. The ZK rollup integration for Doge, this would substantially boost the Dogecoin price by enhancing its utility and user base. We're waiting. We've got a sneak preview of some of these games, these fun games coming out. We talk about this Dogecoin stablecoin on the base layer or on the app layer, essentially that could be better used as currency. Of how Doge would then, just swap into the stable coin, which then is the actual transactional piece. It's kind of going to be interesting to see how all of that works out. So integration would expand Dogecoin's role into DeFi and gaming, further drawing institutional investments And these developments have resulted in bullish Dogecoin price predictions. We also have BitOrigin. BitOrigin going all in on Doge. They've already bought over 40 million Doge. That's 10 million of an estimated $500 million investment in Dogecoin for their treasury while they gear up or make this transition, I think, from Bitcoin mining to Dogecoin mining, because as I've said, the Dogecoin mining is going to be more profitable for companies like this, and I think they're getting ahead of the game. So again, experts have given out positive Dogecoin price prediction. Still exercise caution. This is a meme coin after all. I see these people in the live streams who are all upset, and I'm just like, you are investing in cryptocurrency, so be aware of the risks. And finally, Captain Fabique says, look, accumulate Doge now before it's too late, because this is what's coming. And I do agree with it. Now, I don't think it's going to quite be August. I think this is going to be pushed out a little more into the fall, but this is what is coming for Dogecoin. So no stopping Doge. Well, I mean, we saw the Bitcoin pullbacks, those Bitcoin pullbacks to kind of keep Doge from going on its own. We're waiting for the Doge catalysts. And yeah, we also have these Dogecoin ETFs. That's going to be huge for Doge. Institutional buying of Dogecoin? What? So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about no stopping Dogecoin. Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.